Welcome to Joyful Living Life with LindaJoy. This is a purpose-driven podcast designed to help you slow down, refocus, and reconnect with what truly matters. This is your space to open up your heart, gain clarity, and create more true joy in your daily life. Each episode is a step on the pathway to transformation, filled with inspiring stories, meaningful conversations, and simple tools that you can use right now. If you're ready to evolve and feel the urge to expand and realize your infinite potential of what really is possible in your life, you're at the right place. So take a deep breath, lean in, and enjoy the ride with joy. Well, welcome to Joyful Living. So, how are you doing, Dave?
I am wicked joyful to be here.
Awesome.
This is so exciting to be, on your podcast here and to be able to chat with you about, your vision and journey and all the amazing stuff that you're doing and how you're helping. So, this is going to be a wicked awesome time.
Very good.
Well, I guess we should start from the beginning, right? As far as your journey into how you're helping people this way, because you've done tons of things. And what was the spark that lit this new journey for you?
Okay. Awesome question. So the spark to me was the fact I was running a high-end fitness retreat business. And I realized it wasn't all about weight loss. It was about mindset. And it also took me to the point that I knew I needed to level up as well. And so I reached out to, learning more and more about what really is heart-brain coherence. And also how to reconnect with your source. And so I was introduced to conscious ketamine, and it was there, literally, that I had an epiphany, and it totally shared with me that I was spot on with being the best transformation coach. And knowing that now I have that tool to share with others how they can really get in touch and to understand their purpose. And so it literally was in my third ketamine experience when I literally seen myself in that experience, and I was literally told that this was my mission. And I am on the mission, and I'm on the mission to lead, to love, and to serve people. And so I'm so excited to be able to be in the forefront of this wellness revolution.
Yeah, and you are. That's really cool how you were inspired, right, to start this. And like so many people that start amazing things, it was birthed out of your own experience and the love of others, and to share that, which is really cool. I think that's really great. Now, ketamine is, I guess, not really newer, but newer for a lot of people. Some of us that are over 40, had friends, at least in my case, that used that, but not in a medicinal setting and more of a just unsupervised way.
Righto.
But for years, there's been research on the amazing help that it does in opening people up and that kind of stuff. Did you, when you started the journey, the first time you did it, did you have any kind of, were you not necessarily concerned, but, well, like a good example is cannabis is legal now, medically and recreationally and stuff like that. Did you have any kind of prior notions of ketamine before you did your first experience? How was that first experience from you?
Perfect. Okay. Valid inquiry, because my background is also, I was an FDA advisor for a lot of these clinical studies that were happening. And I do know there was one, it was led by a team under John Crystal, and it was about depression. And I keyed into that right away because I do believe, we can say maybe when COVID hit, when people just got a little scattery and people just trying to figure themselves out. And, I just feel like there was just like a lot of scare. And I do know for a fact that ketamine at a very small dose with a certified coach will assist you with that integration. Now, the question you said, or I'll direct that, is was I maybe apprehensive about it, trying it myself? Yes, I was. But however, I realized the benefits, and I knew I was with an advisor that was there with me, literally could have been holding my hand the whole time, but I knew I was in a safe place. And I knew that this was a breakthrough.
That's awesome.
I'm going to say the word breakthrough is monumental with what I'm doing now. And I also live in Fountain Hills, which is in a Purple Heart community. And my heart literally goes out to all of our veterans that are dealing with PTSD, or not even just veterans, but people that have different past things they just can't shake, or depression. And if I can open up my heart to those people and share that I've been there where I needed to level up and not feel, scared to be a better version of myself, I want to be there for them. So that's my
love it.
mission.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and being, right, like you've already done that. You've done the treatments, the training and all that, and do the certified journey with people. And I love that it's not just one, right? You offer different ways for people to experience that, but experience the multiple leveling up. And, you mentioned COVID, and it really does seem like that. It seems like so many of us, regardless of any kind of background or age or anything, right now, are kind of on that journey. There seems to be a shift in a good way, as far as how people are more open and, and stuff like that, and wanting to be better people, wanting to be a higher version of self. And that's going to be, I see that I'm licensed in like life insurance and annuities and estate planning and stuff. And in that career field, there isn't enough insurance agents to cover the need right now. In our case, a lot of people are retiring and so forth. However, like in your field, there isn't enough people doing what you're doing yet. So every person that's bold like you, right, that makes the choice to spread joy and, lead from the front in that's amazing. Well, you mentioned that you did retreats and stuff like that before and worked FDA. That's a really cool combination because you have like the establishment or whatever kind of guidelines or rules that you had to go by. And they didn't allow a lot of different things as far as medical treatments, right? In for a long time. So it's really cool that you were kind of on the cutting edge on that. And then even leading into retreats. What's a couple of upcoming things that you have going on as far as what you're going to be offering?
Okay, I love this because I'm in the midst right now of planning some stellar retreats. And the reason I went to the level of going back to my retreats is because I literally had this epiphany that I just don't want to serve one-on-one kind of people. I will do that, and I have been. But yet, if I can work with some of my colleagues and we can host amazing retreats with, like at least 20 people or plus, and still be able to take the concentrated time for each of the clients to be able to really understand what their intentions are. Intentions are key with all of, the leveling up. And literally how I also explain it is that there's so many people that have lost their focus and clarity. There's so much going on with social media and people are just scattery. And so with these retreats that we're doing, I'm going to be, of course, educating people. What really is ketamine? It's a dissociative anesthetic, and it's safe. It's used in every ambulance, whether you're pregnant or if you're a 5-year-old. Chances are they're going to give you a little bit of ketamine just to cool you down. And so that's how safe it is. And then the small microdoses that we're going to be doing through the ketamine experience at my retreats, we're going to be doing, the integration process. So after that, we do journaling and, visual work. And so then from there, I'm also going to integrate Reiki. Oh, cool. And Reiki is amazing, especially when you're in that open neuroplasticity where your brain is just like ready for, oh my God, I seen infinite possibilities for myself. That is just amazing. Yeah. And that's literally what it does. It will just give you visions that you will see yourself. Like Dave, seriously, when you have your ketamine experience, you will go in to the medicine, which is only a 90-minute journey, and you will do the wow, because you'll see these infinite possibilities that are above even doing life insurance and then all these amazing networking things that you're doing with Wicked Awesome. You might see even just like a global shift for yourself. And I know you're already almost there, but yet with just a tease of ketamine, it'll even just, expound that. And then, I'm going to be hosting them in our beautiful Sedona. Awesome. Because it's getting hot here.
People come from all over the world to go there. It's great that it's our backyard pretty much.
We are very fortunate with that. No kidding. And so that's the plan.
That's awesome. Now, we have such a great place here that people come from all over. Have you thought about doing them even outside of Arizona as well?
Absolutely. So my other go-to was always Costa Rica. Oh. So I'm up for international retreats for certain. Nuevo Vallarta was another place that I used to host retreats. And so, yes, for certain.
That's cool. Yeah. Traveling is the best,
No,
being able to see a whole other place. And I'm a big food fan, so eat some different foods.
Okay, so I'm liking that you're talking about food because at my retreat, I am very due diligent where I want it to be. It will be all organic, high frequency foods.
Awesome.
And so that it's going to be all inclusive. Awesome. And we're going to incorporate, of course, cold plunge and sauna, and of course, doing vortex walks.
Yeah,
I'm going to have cacao ceremonies. Yeah, we're going to have fun.
It's going to be a blast.
It is going to be a blast. Yes, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
And I know it, is that for a lot of people, we're going to start out, this will maybe be their first retreat, but then I'm going to be having them at least twice a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
maybe
awesome.
2-3 times a month. Once I get in the rhythm.
Yeah.
And, but I do have other colleagues that are going to be, assisting me that are also certified and trained in a lot of other modalities as well. So it's going to be great.
Well, like you said, when you were a trainer, right, it wasn't just that. It was the whole, it wasn't just fitness. It was the whole package, the whole person. And that's cool that, it's a transferable skill that you picked up to bring in multiple different things. And it works even better, with the whole ketamine experience and bringing in, other modalities. That's awesome.
Well, the other thing I'm going to share that is I can share because I've been there. So I'm all about being an experiential transformational coach. Anything that I so-called preach, I've been there. And a few of them are addictions. Ketamine is a phenomenal, I'm going to say it's my God's, I feel it's God's purpose for me to share this with people that are dealing with any kind of addictions, whether it be alcohol, whether it be eating disorders, or like said, OCD.
Yeah.
I can testify for all of them. And
cool.
so, and I'm humble enough to say I've been through that and I want to help people.
Yeah. That's great.
And I do know that this is my God's purpose.
Amen.
So I want to be there.
Amen.
Yes.
Well, and the closer we get to his purpose, the better things get as far as our impact for him and everything. So that's awesome that you're on track, right? That's really cool. And then you mentioned veterans. I served in the Air Force, so my brothers and sisters are kind of near and dear to my heart. And there's a huge issue within our community, a few, but the biggest one is veteran suicide. Us deciding that enough was enough, and things like ketamine and other treatments that weren't considered before. Well, in Arizona, I think it was November, for the first time, we had a veterans event that had alternative therapies that people can use included with the typical stuff. So there was, people talking about cannabis and psilocybin and ketamine and ayahuasca, all these different ways in which to treat a lot of different issues that we have. Everybody that served, whether they served in war or not, was irrevocably changed from who they were before they went in.
That's right. Right.
And it's important when we realize that to be able to take this, new self and be able to serve, because that keeps us here. Because once you signed your name on a piece of paper to pay up to and including your life for a bunch of people, some but there's a lot of people that you don't know and don't even like you. And it's just like a different thing. So, the ketamine treatment, it's so great. You talk about leveling up and the breakthroughs. And I'm sure that there will be research out there, or maybe there is some already as far as the efficacy of that, that helps to change the mindset and change the wiring, like you were saying about depression and stuff, because that can lead to suicide and everything. I'm sure that if there isn't studies already, and with your work in FDA, that there will be evidence. This is such a important piece of the puzzle of solving that issue of veteran suicide, and it's so cool that you have a heart, to help out and doing that. I mean, you're really kind of tip of the spear on that, to use a military term, for that. So, however we can connect as far as the veterans community, that'd be great. Would you be up for doing, like some events and stuff like that?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I thank you so much for serving Air Force, right?
Yes.
And I just envisioned you. When you said you signed this. How old were you?
I was 19.
See?
Yeah.
Think of who you were when you were 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, here you're signing, and now you mentioned that new self. When, after serving that time, I've met a lot of veterans that they're like trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah. You have to figure out how you fit back in. And the answer is you don't. You're just you. And that's all good. You don't have to try to fit in to who you were or fit in the way that you fit in before with society. Just be fully you. And that's the answer, helping us, transition out. Yeah, just be you. It's all good.
So
just love everybody, serve everybody.
That's it.
Right?
What I love about that is that was, like I mentioned, intentions. we should wake up every morning and have our intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, like I've shared with you, is that my intentions every day is being grateful of just, my heartbeat all night long. Thank you, Lord. And then I am on the mission for a field trip every day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an adventure every day.
And I literally, like said, my name is LindaJoy, but I go by Joy because I've just been told by my son and coaches or whatever, we have to live a joyous life. And the reason I feel I really got that joy is because I figured out who I really was and what's my purpose.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't figure it out without, leaning on a modality that can really, get the rewiring of my brain. And also ketamine, I'm going to say, it's like a brain reboot.
That's awesome.
Just like our computers, you got to reboot them and reset them. Mm-hmm. Our brain is not, any different where we need to, it's almost like it cleans out all the cobwebs in a way.
The bugs on the old programming.
No kidding. Absolutely. The bugs and the old program. Yeah, just to be that ideal version of yourself and not be phony about it, because you actually reconnect with your source and you know who you are. It's awesome. So that's what I want to do. Just, I know I am. I'm on the mission, and my purpose is to serve. And absolutely, I want to collaborate with veterans. Sure. And I also want to collaborate even with hospice. Oh, yeah. At the end of people's lives, I'll tell you, if I would have had this modality, this tool to assist when I was caretaking for my mother with ALS, my father with Parkinson's, at the end of their lives, they are in so much fear. And it's just statistics is just an experience with a microdose of ketamine can just ease them that life is really phenomenal and it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah,
that'll be cool too.
Yeah,
well, I am very excited for what you have. What you have going on. Yeah. It's been great to have known you for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Now, my gosh, time flies when you're having fun.
That's because we make fun.
Yes,
and I know you do.
Yeah. You do things that increase your joy. That's that heart of service that increases your joy. And then it's a choice to be happy about it too.
That's right.
But no, that's great. Well, if you had like a dream destination yet you haven't been to yet, as far as a retreat, what would it be?
That's a good one. I guess I have my thoughts on perhaps doing Spain.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think Spain would be amazing.
Yeah.
And so I am up for the fact I go through all the legalities and everything else and make sure that, we're all up to the professionalism and make sure the legalities. But international retreats would be fantastic and I'm all about it.
That's cool. Where would you do, where in Spain would you go?
So, I've never been. Have you?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there in October. Well, we'll be there in October.
Okay, cool.
In Barcelona. So
all right.
Excited about that.
Okay.
But there's so many cool places. Yeah, that would be really cool. Like maybe an ocean spot, whatever. I don't know. But that'd be a blast.
Yeah.
And the food would go well too. So,
there you go. Yeah. Perfect. Well, I thank you so much for, being part of my podcast, and I'm just excited for the joyful life and want to be of impact. So thank you so much, Dave.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you.
And I'll see you at the next episode.